All right, so today we're going to begin to learn some chords. I'd like you to get your guitar and sit upright like this. Let's make sure that we're using good posture. Use a strap if you have it. It always helps. And first thing we're going to do is make sure our guitar's in tune. So we're starting from low to high, and I'm going to use my tuner. You can use the tuners that I put links on Canvas, so you can get to those tuners, the online tuners, or if you've downloaded a tuner on your cell phone. Let's go through it here. There's my low E. Next is the A. Next is the D. And remember, always tune from below the note up to the note. Don't tune from above the note down to the note. G, B, and high E. Remember, Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. All right. So, let's talk about fretting strings for just a second. These are frets. We talked about this. And first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret. That's how we count them. When we fret a string, we want to make sure that we're putting our finger right up behind the fret. So for instance, if I was to fret the third string at the third fret, I start, remember that the high string is the first string. So first, second, third. So there's our third string, which happens to be the G string. And I'm going to go 1 fret, 2 frets, 3 frets. So that's the third string at the third fret. Notice I fret the string right up behind that third fret. Not on top of it, because then you're not going to get a good tone, and not in the middle of the fret, because you're going to get a buzz. So you want to make sure when you fret, you want to fret that string right up as close to the back of that fret as you possibly can to get a nice clean tone. All right? Now, the first chord we're going to use, we talked about how to read these chord diagrams in the past. Let's take a look at it. This is a G chord. Notice that the string on the right-hand side is the high string, or the first string. On the left-hand side is the low string, or the sixth string. It's just as if we were looking at the guitar straight up like this. So our high string's on the right, low string's on the left. All right? And so here's first string, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, and sixth string. We're going to be fretting the first string at the third fret with our third finger, right? Our third finger. The fifth string at the second fret with our first finger, and the sixth string at the third fret with our second finger. It looks kind of like this. Now I'm going to change it a little bit, because instead of using my third finger here, I'm going to use my pinky, because that's what I'm used to. I recommend you use your pinky as well, because eventually we'll talk about doing something with this ring finger. But right now we want to just do what gets comfortable here. And notice in our diagram, none of the strings have X's. So we play all of the strings. We fret up as close to the front of the back of the frets as we can, right like that. And we make sure that we get a clear tone out of all the strings. All right? Our second chord is E minor. Now, an E minor chord is the 1, 2, 3, fourth string at the second fret, and the fifth string at the second fret, and we play all the strings. None of the strings are X'd out. So it's going to look like this. These two fingers the 4th string here and the 5th string there, both on the 2nd fret, and it's a minor chord, so it sounds like this. Now your task is to work on going from this chord to the G chord and then back. So this is your task for the day. We're just going to work on going back and forth between these 2 chords, getting all the strings to give us a clear tone, no buzzing, and no dead strings. Remember, we're using the tip of our finger right here, not the flat part, but the tip of the finger. So you're pressing the string down from directly in front of the guitar. And that's what we're going to work on. So when we get together again, you're going to be able to show me how well that you can go back and forth between the G chord and the E minor chord.